Welcome to Xtra, presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censor. This has been troubling me for a very, very long time. It definitely keeps me up at night. It definitely have me up late at night trying to figure out the answer to the question, trying to figure out what it be, trying to figure out what it is. And even when I try to press my I believe button, it doesn't work. It's broken. It says malfunction, out of service, out of whack. Noobs, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance. That's all I asked for, was an opportunity and a chance. And it seems like that opportunity and chance is going very far because we are ranking on charts. What charts you say? Hey, go to the website and you will see. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this feels like every single day. But it's not every single day. It just feels that way because we got this special, unique bond that we share. Sharing is caring. However, there are caveats. You can't share everything, and sharing everything is not kosher. Sharing everything ain't what it be. Sharing everything ain't what it is unless that is you. But for me, there are some things that you just can't share. But for all those other things, sharing is caring. But we have this special, unique bond. One day, 1 year, 1 century, 1 millennia, somebody's going to come up with what to call it. And we're going to retroactively and say, that's what it is. That's what it always was. And that's what it always will be. But until then, we don't need to say a word. Just like my non-verbal communicating peeps. Yeah, I ain't have to mention it. I didn't have to say anything because we communicate non-verbal. I just wanted everybody else to know that there are non-verbal communicating peeps and we on that level. Get on that level. Noobs that's still here, become regulars first. Regulars, get on that level, up your game, raise your hand, ask one of the non-verbal communicating peeps how you can become non-verbal. And that's how it is. And that's how it will be. That's how it's done. There's some things that keep me up at night. There's a lot of things, in fact, but this one thing in particular, it always come around. It always come about. It rattles my brain. I try to press the I believe button. I try to do all the things that take my mind off of it, but I just keep coming back to this. And no. It's not why peeps like it hot versus cold. I like bad things too. I like doing bad things. I like being a contrarian. I like to be the other person as well. And that's what I imagine. That's what I imagine it is when you say you like it hot, then cold. You like sweating. You like the feel like somebody else is like on your shoulders, where there's humidity or it's humid. You're sweating. You're hot. You're sticky. You're nasty. You're sweaty. You're musty. You're funky. You got a lot going on when it's hot. So if that's you and you like that sort of thing, hey, to each his own, but I don't like any of that, and that's okay. No judge zone. This is still a no judge zone, but I can understand that to a certain degree. You want to be hot. You want to be sticky. You want to be sweaty. You want your pheromones just to be all out in the air and just telling everybody that you are ready or you are available or don't mess with you because the funk will knock you out. I don't know. I can't interpret any of that. I can just only use my imagination of what your pheromones is trying to tell me. And I can just only use my body and my nose and my words and my actions to let that person know, hey, I ain't playing that game. I ain't with that game. You can play the game amongst yourselves, amongst your friends, amongst your people who like it hot as well. But I'm not going to play that game. I don't want to play that game. And I don't have to play a game that I am not involved in and I am not a part of. I don't like sweating. I don't like being sticky. I don't like not being able to take off all the clothes I need to get cool. And see, if there was an alternate universe, an alternate realm, an alternate world where clothes was not a necessity, clothes was something that wasn't even thought of, and everybody was just walking around and didn't have anything on, then I'd be like, okay, sign me up. I want it hot, because if I can't put none on, I'm going to be cold and I'm going to freeze. I'm going to be miserable and I'm not going to be able to have any layers. But since somebody invented this thing called clothing and clothes and all of that, I'm in the opposite camp. I am in the opposite direction. But that's not the thing that I can not press my I believe button on. Once again, I like bad stuff too. I like being wrong in a lot of things as well. I like a lot, but that's not it. It is something completely different that I just can't wrap my mind around. It's something completely different that I just can't figure out, that's got me going cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. And that's not a clock. That is me. That is me. It keeps me up at night. It keeps me up at night. I try to sleep. I try to get some Z's. I try to read the book behind my eyelids, but the book behind my eyelids just ain't that interesting. I need to figure out the end game. I need to figure out why. I need to figure out an explanation. Can somebody please explain this to me? Because I want to know. I would like to know. And I'm asking nicely. And that's a serious question. I'd like to know, why do people wash their hands in cold water when it's cold outside? I just don't get it. I don't understand it from a scientific level. I don't understand it from a robot level. I don't understand it through a computer algorithm level as well. I've tried to figure it out. I tried. I can't press the I believe button on like people who like it hot and being sweaty and whatnot. But this washing, using cold water to wash your hands, don't that just defeat the purpose? How can you manage to move your digits when it's already cold, when it's already freezing, when it's already a couple degrees below a temperature that your fingers will be comfortable at? And so now you're just adding to that coldness. And I know what you're thinking. I know. This is a no judge zone, by the way, too. So no judge zone. But I know. This is coming from the same guy who say he likes it cold. Yeah, I like it cold, but I don't like putting cold water on my fingers. I don't like putting cold water on my digits when I'm already cold. I like to warm it up. I like to balance it out. I like to go in the opposite direction. I don't need the temperature to get lower. I want the temperature to go up. I want them degrees to rise. I want to be able to move. I want to be able to do so many things with my fingers, and my fingers will appreciate if I am at least at the bare minimum having lukewarm water. If it was just lukewarm water, tap water, water just comes out a regular faucet or something that ain't hot, ain't cold, it's just what you get that comes out, I'd be okay with that. I'd be fine with that. But when it comes out ice cold, when it comes out so cold, you don't even need ice cubes. You can just get your cup and just put it under there and say, ooh, wee. I wish I would have had some of this water on a hot sunny day. I wish I would have had some of this water going up and down my back when I was sweating because I was musty and it was, not that cool. Not that cool. But I'm trying to figure it out. I am trying to get a deeper understanding of what is it about washing your hands in cold water make you a human? Because if that's the case, go ahead. I admit I'm not a human. Go ahead. I admit and say that I am a cyborg or some sort, and just adding the water to my fingers, it just make everything shut down. It just make everything stop wanting to work. It just make everything go like, I see what you did there, but we ain't playing that game. We ain't playing that game. Even if I were to somewhat enjoy pain on a level where pain is something that I look out for. Pain is something that I thrive in. Pain is something that I just need to smile, that I need to be happy, that I need to, and that's the, ha ha, not the, he. There's a difference. There is a difference. But I guess that is something that's just gonna keep me up more nights than not. Because even the people who I imagine that enjoy that and like that aren't willing to tell their secret, aren't willing to be a truth teller and just let me know I can keep a secret. Yes, I can. I can keep a secret. Yes, I can. How? Bird-like voice. However, if it makes no sense, and if it's just because it's a preference, how about this? How about you stop? And that's the you plural, or I could say use, but I'm just going to go you plural. How about you stop forcing the rest of us who don't like washing their hands in cold water to wash their hands in cold water? It's not like that I'm telling you to not do something that you don't or do want to do, and I'm just bogarting and saying that this must happen, this must occur. I don't tell people to use their blinker when they should use their blinker because it's in the rule book. It's a rule and regulation, even though we both know what's right. I don't tell you to do it. I just say, hey, they breaking the law. They breaking the rule. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. Well, they have the freedom to do that. So give us, the ones who don't want to wash their hands in cold water, give us the freedom to use lukewarm water, hot water, or cold water. Just don't dictate that we must wash our hands in cold water. Don't be that way. Don't do that. Please. It's not like that. I'm going around saying that every day, 365 should be a cold day, and hot and warm days should never ever be happening ever again. And if I was ruler, and if I had some control, and if I was a dictator, or I had an authoritarianism in me, that would be something that I think about doing, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I say, I ain't gonna be like you. And that's the you plural when it comes to washing your hands in cold water, or being forced to wash your hands in cold water. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the website at extra.vdgsports.com. That is extra.vdgsports.com. This episode is not being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. I'm catching up. I'm almost there. I'm almost getting to a point where I'm almost getting there. But this episode is not being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, basically all things Vince. There's a YouTube as well. There's a YouTube as well. VDG Sports. Like, subscribe, share, basically do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you must. Comment if you may. Do what you do. Do what you do. Noobs, thank you once again. Regs, you know what time it is. I might give you a little, might give you a drop, but I'm just going to say I'm out.